Hi, so welcome to the live stream. I'm going to be channeling Archangel Raphael, and Raphael will come through me to give messages based on who's listening. Um, and just before starting, just to mention that if anyone would like to book a one-to-one, they can be booked by the Archangel Raphael healing site or 5 minute messages. For those of you waiting for 5 minute messages, I will be completing them this weekend. So, thank you for your patience. I'll be sending them over. Um, and also for any groups or past groups, they can bought via the Gen site, and all of that's on the description. So I'm just going to let Archangel Raphael come in and speak through me. I would like you to know that what I'm seeing at the moment is that there is a lot going on around really going much deeper into the light when it comes to subjects which are to do with relationships, people. That it is a time of going deeper. Because what has happened of late is that there has been reconciliation, resolution when it comes to certain of relationships. So, for example, it may be that you were perhaps not able to communicate with a certain person, and you may have found that that is resolved now. So, a lot has been resolved recently and is still resolving, in that there are automatic synchronicities occurring so that people are able to be connected to those who they are meant to be connected with. But what is happening now is the energies are deepening. So, what you may all be experiencing is a sense that there is more to resolve, more to work through. And what I would like to communicate about this is that it is not really about needing to do anything at all. That what is happening with New Earth is that whatever needs to be resolved comes up in a way that is light, easy, gentle. So it is a case of just allowing whatever is still in need of further clarification, resolution, to naturally arise, not to get too caught up in what you believe should happen between you and others, because it is through this that you are then creating conflict by making things a certain way, deciding with your mind what things should look like, what things should be like. But it is about just letting go now a bit more, just allowing deeper resolution to naturally arise, perhaps even without words, just through life automatically showing you what is real, what is true, and perhaps things which have been misunderstood, miscommunicated. I also would like to say that the new earth is very much about going beyond words. So, of course, there is always a sense in you that certain things need to be said aloud, but a lot is able to be communicated through life, because life is moving naturally faster than it used to. So, in that way, misunderstandings get cleared up faster just by life showing you what is absolutely true. I also will say that there is no need to ever go into a state where you believe there is permanent conflict between you and another, because this too is very old energy, that everything can be resolved, even if the resolution is that two people go their own way, separate ways, then that is also a resolution. And what I will say about ongoing conflict, separation between people that has not been able to be resolved because there is too much distance. It is about knowing that what will happen is that there will be clarity brought in other ways. So everything will be resolved. even things which may feel very entangled and twisted, where there may be many layers of deceit, even things that have happened which are actually quite negative, go into the realm of darker energies. Even these things will be resolved. I would like to speak now about something else, and that is there is always going to be a discrepancy when they are living very much in the light, and when the people who you are with are not really doing the same, where they want to just do want in a way which is very egoic. But what I will say is that discrepancy won't last long, because what is happening is even those who are choosing to live in a place that is not about light but about desire, about what they want in each and every moment, they will be automatically shown what is real and true very quickly, so the discrepancies will clear up much faster than ever. And because of this, I would like you to know that there is no need to feel that conflict will be permanent, that there will be things resolved, but there may always be a slight separation between you and others who are perhaps choosing a different path, who are learning in another way. But what I will say mean you cannot be connected. It just means that perhaps you are not able to be living fully as one because there is a different way of doing things. But it is that it is a time where discrepancies will become less and you will find there is more harmony in life. I would like to speak about other things now. I would like to share that right now there is a lot going on about community, connection, trying to be as one with each other. But within this, there is a lot of energy that is not so positive. And what I will say about this subject is true community is created not by simply wanting it or even just being with the right people. It is actually created by being very much in your higher self and allowing things to happen in a way which are spontaneous, natural, fluid. So you may have, but let things just happen naturally. Don't go into a mode of trying to make anything happen or even deciding who isn't right. Just let things happen. And within whatever is right will happen, and whatever is perhaps something that you are in your own mind believing to be true but isn't, that will be shown to you. So, what I am saying to all is don't go out looking or trying to create something that you would like by effort. Go deeper within. Align to a part of yourself that is very much about being in the light and only the light. Keep clearing your energy and see what happens. And whatever happens will be right. And I this because there is no need at the moment to go into anything that will make you feel tired or negative. It is really a time to just be with your own connection to yourself and allow life to show you what is right. But don't force anything. And if you end up actually in a place where you feel inside that there is actually no one around you who you are feeling a connection with, then that is also okay. Because what I will say, whatever happens, will ultimately happen. So even if your conclusion is that being alone is good for you, then in that moment it is good for you. And changes until your higher self actually shows you something else, guides you to something else, brings about something else. sometimes when you are really something in life, you end up going the other way for a while. So for connection to others, but actually through that more on your own. Because what your higher self is then guiding you to do is become more embodied in your own energy so that you can then be with people more easily, have more exchange, but also be more easily able to really stay grounded in yourself and not be affected by other people's energy. So I will say that is what I see at the moment. I also would like to communicate that nobody is saying to you at the moment something isn't possible. So I also want to clarify this, that when I speak about things which are going on, it is not to say that you may find that some things are just not possible, but it is rather to clarify that in order to achieve something, to have something that you deeply desire within, there is a journey to go on, and along the way, you have different phases of that. So it is just about allowing that to happen naturally. I also would like to share with you that there is always going to be a lot of light in the world around being with people and trying to be in harmony, that the world is going in that direction. But it doesn't mean you need to fixate on this. Just allow it to happen. Don't get in the way of it happening. And what I mean by this is don't go into your egoic mind and make decisions about things when actually things are very fluid and dynamic. Just allow whatever wants to happen to happen. That is all. I would like to speak now about something else, which is actually that there will always be a lot going on in people around really looking for something that is to do with having absolute fairness and justice in life. And that is because intrinsically people are designed for things to be in harmony and balance. So, what I will say about this is that some of you here are very concerned about the rights of others because you feel it inside as something that is absolutely going to affect life in a negative way. That if something is not right, fair, just, it will have big consequences. And some of you, perhaps here, are not so concerned. Perhaps you feel inside that it is more about just staying in your higher self connection, being in a place of peace, alignment, and trusting the right things will happen. But whatever your perspective here, I would like to share that the world is very concerned at the moment about this subject. And it is good to remember that it is something that is being addressed because it is absolutely necessary in order for people to then be able to live in harmony with themselves, with others, but actually all of life, including the unseen kingdoms, the nature spirits, all of life. So, what I will say about this is that when you are feeling concerned, don't forget there is a collective energy around this. So, be very much in your higher self and know that this is something being worked through. And when you come across a lot of negative energy around this, stay connected to yourself and remember the outcome will be positive. So don't get carried away with the energies in the world. Stay connected and know that you may have a part to play in bringing peace through actually fairness by speaking out, saying things aloud. Or you may have a part to play by just staying connected. But what I will say is this is being worked through at the moment. And don't worry about the negativity because the negative part will automatically dissolve. That nobody really wants that. Not really. Even those who may, for some moments, be in that energy, nobody really wants that anymore. And it is good for you to know that the energy will be very much about in absolute fairness. And through this, so this is the way the world is going. And if you see contrary energy being expressed, it is a purification, a purging of internal negativity that people may be feeling inside, perhaps because they have contaminated negative energies that have come in externally to them. Perhaps because they are living in places where there is a lot of negative energy against certain groups of people, and that energy has been internalized. But what I will say is that it is a purge. But the reality is that people are looking for truth, fairness, justice on a deeper level of their being. And this is what will happen. So it is a message to reassure you, to give you hope, to know it is all okay. And as the purge takes place, just allow the energies to dissipate. Don't get away with those energies in terms of trying to even respond to them in any way. Just ignore them, let them fizzle out. And what will remain is the absolute truth, reality. And what will happen is that there will be fairness ultimately, justice, something will be rebalanced on earth. Would like you to know that there is such a thing as actually being the sort of person who takes in a lot of energy from the outside and then expresses it. So some people on earth, they are more like sponges. They take in a lot of energy and then express it. So what they are expressing does not them. So it is just a reminder that some of what you see through people is just energy moving, energy which is here on earth, that they are soaking up, expressing and releasing by just allowing it to come through and be expressed. But it will not have any real impact. So it is just a reminder. I would like to speak about one last thing, and that is you will always have a lot in your life around being in the light when you are focused on light. So, those here who are really focused on the light, being in your own connection within, will always be attracting a lot with it. So don't be the sort of person who is in your own bubble of energy. Be open to life. Because if you are about light, you will be attracting really positive that will assist you to. Occasionally, you may attract something not so positive, perhaps for reasons which are karmic, that you have some connection to that energy or something to do with it that needs clearing. But generally, when you are very dedicated, devoted to being in the light, you will attract a lot of helpful tools, resources, people. So just be open because what I am doing is helping you in many different ways. So see what lights up, what shows up in your life. And you may be surprised just how deeply things resonate with you. Because what is happening is that people are being brought very accurate matches for what they need. Because there is so much light on earth, then what is able to happen is that the energies are able to really come to you, which really resonate deeply, energies of light, because there is so much in the world at the moment to do with light, so much being communicated, shared. So, what I am to do is bring you a very, very precise match for your energy. It is good for you to know this. Other higher beings and the energy that is very much about bringing people what they need, the energy of the oneness here on earth that makes sure that you are well catered for. It is good for you to know this, that you attract what you need through the law of attraction, through vibration, frequency, but also you are helped by many beings of light who see what you are, see what you need, and bring you exact matches for that. That is all. The week ahead will be a very good one, but it will also be a week where you may feel a little bit like you need to have some time out just to rest and recharge, because the energies may be a little bit like the sort of energies that make you feel tired, because there is so much clearing in you and generally collectively. That is all. Yes, so thank you everyone for listening, for being part of this. So wishing you a really good weekend, a good week ahead, and lots of love to all of you.